Hello, everyone. This is Chandra with C. Diane Designs, and I really want to just come through and talk to you today about the state of affairs. The world has gone mad, and I think if you have, been out in public or watched the news, read any news reports, watched any videos, I think you have an idea of what I mean. Like, people are really going through it. And I had something happen a few days ago. I had a really annoying situation, nothing too serious. But I had someone accuse me of lying, and that put me in a position to have to defend myself. And, it happens. But I noticed that the problem started really weighing really heavily on my mind, not just that day, but for a couple of days after. And the second or third day, I was like, okay, you have to find a different way of dealing with this problem. You need to get it off your mind. It's not that serious. So I took a break from my routine and I went outdoors. I looked at some plants. I took some pictures of the plants. I breathed in some fresh air. I looked up at the sky, looked around, and when I came back inside, I felt a lot lighter. I felt a lot better. I recognized that it was a stressful situation, but it wasn't. I was giving it more attention than it warranted in my mind, and I think we have to acknowledge that we are living in some extremely strange and stressful times. And even the most well-adjusted person is going to be dealing with a little bit more taxing on their mental reserves. We have so much going on. We are, a lot of us, isolated from our loved ones, our people that we usually deal with on a regular basis, even if it's just going to a grocery store. And I saw this play out in strange ways, going to the grocery store during the height of this virus situation. I have people that I've never seen before in life just walk up to me and touch me. I'm like, why are you touching me? But I think the isolation and the uncertainty of day-to-day life has affected, people just really dramatically, and has changed the way a lot of people behave. More and more every weekend, and even some weeknights, we have people coming into the area and doing donuts and burning rubber more often than usual. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I've seen this too. People running red lights way after the fact. I mean, the light had obviously changed, and people just coming through because they feel like it, or just driving really crazy. People just saying strange things to you in general, in public. So we have to take a step back and realize that mental stress is at an all-time high. And these stressful situations require, additional consideration. They require additional strategies to get you through and to get other people through, because, you know, there are people out there that need help. They don't know how to ask for it. There are people out there that are extremely isolated and very lonely, and this can trigger other mental issues that tend to play out in public situations. I don't have the statistics, but I am aware that suicide is at an all-time high. So if you're feeling at times like, what's up, with me? What's up with other people? Am I going mad? Um, it's not your imagination. We are all dealing with additional stress. There's environmental stress, physical stress, mental stress, spiritual stress. So I would urge you to do 3 things. First one is, if you are running into, unusual people exhibiting unusual behavior, take a step back. Take a huge step back before you react or respond. Another thing, and just as a side note, I want to mention wearing masks does challenge your ability to breathe, if you're wearing them properly, or if you have to wear them for extended periods of time. They affect the way you breathe, for sure. And when your breathing is affected, your stress level also is affected. I am normally very calm. I walked into a craft store and I was waiting in line to pick up something, and the cashier just walked off. It didn't say, "I'll be right back," nothing. And before I know it, I was really angry, not just irritated, but I was angry. And so I realized, okay, wearing a mask changes the way I breathe. It changes my reaction level to, simple annoyances. So if you're wearing a mask out in public, you're running into a challenging situation, take a deep breath if you can with your mask on, and take a huge step back. Give everyone a little bit more room to do what they need to do, including yourself. I mentioned this before. Realize that others are operating under additional stress, and just be prepared for it when you go out of the house, when you're dealing with the public, when you're dealing even with your loved ones, and when you're dealing with coworkers. Just remember that everyone is dealing with something that they didn't necessarily have to deal with before. That could be childcare issues. That could be having worked too many hours. That could be having been isolated at home for too long and, feeling anxiety as a result of that. So just keep that in mind. Additional stress. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you know you need to go to the grocery store and you may not necessarily be prepared to deal with, lines or people acting a little strange, take someone with you. Take someone with you that knows you and that can calm you down should things become difficult to manage. So, the world has gone mad. We have so many different issues to deal with, the possibility of getting sick, the possibility of our loved ones becoming ill. The environment is changing. Our weather is more extreme. We have so many things to contend with, financially, emotionally. Above all, I think the uncertainty is extremely difficult, and the isolation can be detrimental to a lot of people. So let's keep all of that in mind as we go out in dealing with this new mad world. Take it easy, take a deep breath, take a step back, and, as I always urge you, take care of yourself. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. Take care. Talk to you soon.